Miss Lum, you ever been to Sulphur Springs up in this area?
Yes.
This goes back a ways, another one of the older stories, and we're just going to take you to Sulphur Springs right now.
Not a speck of swirling dust, nor a verse of rolling rumbles. Just the chorus of whistling winds and the sights of native praise. But the illness of a single man and the tales of magic waters brought the roads and the tracks and the cars with all aboard.
Mr. Bryan, as a young man, was dying of kidney problems. On the brink of death, he had a black hunter bring him down to this area because at this time there wasn't a road back here at all. He came down and camped for 3 weeks, supposedly laying and bathing in this water, and every time, as much water as he could drink during the day, he drank it. And in the 30s, went ahead and purchased it and began distributing it through, well, I know through the southeast.
It looked to me like they're about
Floor support.
floor support.
See, it'd be near the dry if it wasn't falling springs up down this bow, keeping it water coming in it.
Like the springs near Tatum's Bend, the cool waters were crystal clear, clouded only by the silt stirred by those who sought her treasure.
Well, that's a big turnbuckle to show you how big it wide. If you notice that one piece going right up through there, that's another beam.
And away from eye and ear are the ways that used to be. Except for one single figure, still beloved this very day.
In the pre-Civil War era, this Petersburg community, as it was known, had several settlements, houses down here. And there was an Indian who was a leftover from when the Indian tribes used to stay in camp and live down in this area. His name was Indian Bob. This is the original, this is the antique, original 5-gallon bottle that Homer Bryant was bottling back in the 40s and 50s. Lewis, what we have here is the new Ashley Springs water label. It's really pretty much an updated version of the one that was used 50 and 60 years ago when Ashley Springs water was first marketed.
When my husband bought the spring, he bottled in 5-gallon boxes. They were actually cardboard boxes with an inside sealer and a spout. He started out on just going door to door, trying to sell people with the idea of bottled water. You can imagine in the 70s how much fun he was made of. They're saying, you want us to pay for water? And he said, but this is the future. And of course, as it has proved out, spring water is the future.
The concrete vault is required by the state to keep any impurities or anything from contaminating the spring. It keeps any any runoff water or pesticides or anything that could be in the air from touching and contaminating the water.
Inside a shell up the road, the spring water still bubbled. So too the bottling business that back then was futuristic. But reality, it said, is a matter of perception. Like the properties of healing or belief in the mind.
The Sulphur Springs was known because when people would come down here and would just get the water coming freely from the spring, it had a strong sulfur smell to it. And because of the power or the curative properties of the water, everyone thought back in the 20s and 30s it's because there was a lot of sulfur in the water. Turns out that was a sulfur oxide gas that was emitted when the water hit the natural air.
In Ashley County, Arkansas, Redden reported.